Hello, Witches and Wizards. We have information about Community Day coming up on the 21st. I've got all your details for you right here. Plus, towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you what you can do today to start helping prepare for a great Community Day. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Phases. She works at WB and she's kind of the community relations person as far as Discord, Reddit. I've referenced her before. Good person, so thank you for sharing this information. Here are the details. There's going to be a free Diagon Alley bundle. Good stuff, good stuff. I like that. There's going to be an increase in mysterious artifact traces on the map, including rare traces, which is good, but I do have a couple of questions and concerns, and you'll find out what those are here in just a second. All Extimulo potions will have increased effect in combat and encounters. I'm cool with that. All Extimulo potions brew times will be reduced by 50%, so I like that. All Extimulo potion master notes will decrease brew times by 50% instead of 15, which is interesting. So is it 75%? Oh, is it 50% of 50%? Is that how that works? Because otherwise it's 100% reduction, and I know they're not just giving us these Extimulo potions. So I'm guessing that this is going to be 75%. And in an interesting twist, spell energy will appear on the map. Now I know just because something is not an issue for me doesn't mean it's not an issue for the community at large. And I felt like we pretty much had a handle on the spell energy crisis, but it looks like that maybe that is not actually the case. So that will be spawning on the map. And I wonder if this is kind of a test run to see how that goes and how it's received for a future update where it just becomes normal that spell energy will appear on the map. That would be rather interesting and bizarre at the same time. And in addition to that, we're going to get increased spell energy from ends. Basically what they're saying is you will not run out of spell energy during Community Day. And I wonder at what cost we're getting all this additional spell energy. Does that mean less Foundables are going to be spawning? Are less ingredients going to be spawning? Because whatever you buff up, you've got to take away from somewhere else. So I'm really interested to see how all that pans out. And we actually won't know until Community Day itself, and then we can do a review and see what worked and what did not work. The start times for Community Day in the Asia Pacific, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. AEST, which is UTC plus 10. If you're in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, or India, it is going to be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UTC. And if you're in the Americas or Greenland, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. UTC minus 7. Now, if you'll notice, I did purposely skip over what is actually going to be increasing from the mysterious artifacts traces. And I'm going to be honest, like I'm legit scratching my head because I don't get it. But we're going to have increased appearances of Hagrid's umbrella, which, yay, that's good. When Community Day happens, the game will have been out for 3 months. And while, yes, I am on the gold page for Room of Requirements, I've still only seen 62 Hagrid's umbrellas, and a lot of those came during FanFest. So I would say that even though this is a low threat level, I mean, I'm averaging 30 a month, so that's 1 per day, which honestly is a pretty low spawn rate. Additionally, the Mirror of Ursed and the Time Turner encounters are going to have increased spawn rates. If we go and look at my particular registry, you will see the Mirror of Ursed is located within Dumbledore's office. Now, I have my 8 of 8, so there's nothing else I can do on this. That's going to go into what I talk about at the end of this video. I've only seen 15, so it's like 1 out of every 4 days on average. So the increased spawns of that is going to be nice, although let me explain something about what you need to do a little bit later in this video. And then if we go down to Hermione's Time Turner, you will see that I have 11 out of 15. It's on the Room of Requirements 3 page. And this one is kind of a mixed bag for me because I have 4 items that I've never seen, and they're all from Wizarding Challenges. So this necklace of some kind, I've never seen it. I've never received it from a Wizarding Challenge. But I'm so far away on this motorbike that, yeah, it's going to be nice in order to get this emergency threat level up to 15. It's not even going to be my first emergency that I cap, but I'm a lifetime away. I'm going to be honest. I'm a lifetime away from prestiging up this page in any way, shape, or form. And I know my results are not the same as everybody else's results, but I imagine that a lot of people are going to really enjoy the Hermione's Time Turner. I just don't know that it's going to really work out in your favor as far as prestiging up this particular page. And finally, if you will notice, I keep skipping over the Weasley's clock here. They say that they are going to increase spawns on Weasley's clock, and this is a head scratcher for me because I've seen 204. That is right up there with one of the items that I see the absolute most in the game. And yes, I still need, 31 more in order to finish this out. But that's not something that I was ever going to struggle with. And in fact, the reason why I still need so many is probably because I already know that I see them all the time. So I'm not really worried about if I'm low on spell energy, freeing those particular foundables. So that one is, I don't get it. Why? Yes, I get Hagrid's Umbrella. Yes, it's a low threat level, just like Weasley's Clock. But one of them's an extremely rare spawn, and the other's an extremely common spawn already. It will be interesting to see how all of this plays out and what the particular spawn rates are. And actually, I'm going to throw out a suggestion because I feel like there's something that they could do for these community days that aren't focused on wizarding challenges that would go a long way with helping the community fill out these pages. Because this Sword of Gryffindor, I have 8 of 15. This page has not been prestiged. This Philosopher's Stone, I've seen 11, I have 7. This page has not been prestiged. The motorbike is found in wizarding challenges. The Sword of Gryffindor is found in wizarding challenges. And this necklace that I don't know what it is found in wizarding challenges. Instead of spawning Weasley's Clock, which spawns all the time, I would almost rather Community Day be a case where these foundables that are only available in wizarding challenges actually spawn in the wild, because it's not going to do me a lot of good to get Mirror of Ursed or Hermione's Time Turners when, the Room of Requirements 3, I'm not going to prestige that up anytime soon, even with the community day focused on the mysterious artifacts. So I'm kind of like, yes, that's cool. Yes, it's going to be really nice XP, but in the grand scheme of things, that's going to be a lot of wasted emergency spawns. So I'm not real excited about that, even though it is an emergency spawn. And same for the Mirror of Ursed. Yeah, it's cool. I like seeing these severe, and this one's only a high threat level, but I like seeing the rarer spawns, but I don't want to see them if they're going to be wasted. And when I say wasted, yes, you're going to get valuable XP out of it, family XP, and that is going to give you runestones, and runestones are going to be used in wizarding challenges. But at the same time, I'd almost rather spawn rates for like Gryffindor's sword to be greater than 0. That is my personal thought on what I think Community Day should be. And so what I teased earlier in this video is, what can you do between today, which is going to be Tuesday when this video goes out, and Saturday? And honestly, that is going to be battling in fortresses. Because like I've said, the Sword of Gryffindor, like, I need those wizarding challenges. I know this spawns in the wild, but I also believe that this comes out of wizarding challenges, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is one that comes out of Portkeys. I can't remember, and I probably should. I'm going to say it comes out of wizarding challenges. Feel free to flame me if I'm wrong on that. So I'm going to be battling wizarding challenges in the hopes that I come up with a lot of these. But that is a lot of battles between now and Community Day. So hopefully you guys are a lot further along in your progress. I typically don't do a whole lot of fortress battles just on my own on the reg. If I am to go look in my vault here for runestones, I have a decent amount. What is that? 16, 18, 23. So if I average 2 out of every 3, that means that I should get 7 fragments, if my math is correct there. And so if I go to my registry and look, like 7 fragments is not gonna get me a whole lot of progress. So anyway, that's Community Day in a nutshell. And other than that, basically, if you are in the same position that I'm in, where you really don't have a whole lot of hope of prestiging up some of these pages, even with increased spawns on some of the rarer items, the best thing you can do is just go out and grind out these family XP. Gather up as many runestones as you possibly can. If you will remember, at FanFest, I took my Oddities family XP from like 31 basically up to 65, which is capped. So I have a ton of these runestones that I need to put to good use. I would just kind of adopt that same philosophy for this community day if you're in the same situation as I am. Now, if you do a lot more battles than I do, I would make sure you hit those fortresses hard for the rest of this week and make sure that when you are receiving these rarer foundables, you're putting them to good use, and it is going to allow you to prestige up a page and actually make progress on the next page registry. I hope all of that makes sense. Leave a comment down below if you have questions that you need me to clarify on some of that. And as a little bit of a bonus, I want to show you some of the progress that I made today, because look at this. I actually get to place the unicorn. Again, and there we go. And I got a runestone for doing such. But here's another foundable that I've never seen. And I know that it comes from wizarding challenges. I think there are 4 that I don't have. I know they all come from wizarding challenges. So it's my own fault. But at the same time, I do have those massive holes in my registry. And finally, one thing that I never thought that I would have completed. Well, let me get my potion here. I've already done a wizarding challenge, and that completes my daily assignments. But if you'll notice, I have an alert about an achievement that has been completed and not claimed. Finally, almost 2.5 months in, I finally cast my 500th masterful spell, Trace. So I'm going to collect my 10 coin for my hard work and effort there. And then everything else is pretty far off. Distinct spellcast, well, there's only 13 in the game, so I'm done there. Wizarding level 60, yeah, let's talk in a couple of years. And then if I scroll down the rest of these, I mean, the majority of them, I'm about a third or a quarter of the way through. Some of them not even that far. And I still even have some of these silvers to do. As far as the bronzes, well, those are all different professions. Except for this professor. I don't know why I don't have credit for that, but it is what it is. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of Community Day. Did they learn from the first Community Day, which was geared towards foundables, and that was 9 3/4. This time we're going to have mysterious artifacts. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.